It has most certainly been way too long since I did a podcast episode, and I'm very glad to be doing another one. So, welcome back to the Tin Roof Podcast on 4th of July. Uh, it is 4:58 a.m. I just threw a pork belly on. Um, I'm excited. So, Tin Roof Podcast, as many of you know, because uh, I think my demographic, I guess, for Tin Roof is returning people. But if you're new here, we talk pretty much anything, whatever I want. This is just kind of like a fun podcast, but it is originated around music news, primarily country and metal, hence the name Tin Roof. And it's just basically it's everything redneck. Woo! uh, it's just we're here to have a good time. So, man, 250 years of this place as a nation, like that's kind of cool. And then you look at what has happened over that 250 years, the good, the bad. You know what? I'll go ahead and say it, the ugly, to reference the Clint Eastwood movie. Uh, it's just it's wild to think that this is where we're at. Um, I am tired. Went to bed a little late-ish last night, but it was a good evening. Did a really cool brat pizza cook. I filmed it, so that'll be a good one to show. I did that on the Weber kettle, but yeah, man, I do really want to talk music, and I don't know if anybody else does this or has done this, but like with it being 4th of July, my brain like went immediately to Toby Keith, and it's been like it's been a little while since he's passed. I can't remember exactly how long, but like it's like, man, Toby would have been awesome for that, America 250 thing. I wish it would have been what it could have been. Uh, I hate that we're so split and so divided that we couldn't pull off the best concert ever for America. That really kind of bums me out because like you could have had stuff from as many generations as possible. Like obviously Willie's got his picnic, which Billy Strings, man, I'm gonna pull that up here in a second. But there's so many good things that could have come from the 250, and people pulled out because it's not what I thought it was gonna be. I honestly hadn't whatever seen much on it yet, but like 250 years is a big deal, and I wish we could have celebrated it in a really cool way. You could have had metal bands, you could have had country bands, you could have had hip hop artists, you could have had just like anybody and everybody, because we should have really been able to come together for that. We've got so many positive things going on right now with the World Cup, with I'm trying to think of how to word it all. In certain ways, it does feel like everybody's realizing, oh, America's not that bad. We're not that bad. Like all at the same time. Like there's some maturity. Is it everywhere? Is it all the time? No, because there's definitely still a lot of craziness. Sorry, but it's so good to be in America. It's so good to have all the opportunities that we do. my brain. I apologize, but uh, you know, Hatebreed would have been an amazing band to have. That, like bands that are patriotic. You know, even Lamb of God. I know, like, obviously, I guess Donald Trump did a lot of the arranging, and like they are not fans of him. But how cool would it have been to have like Hatebreed and Lamb of God celebrating America? No, nothing else. Celebrating America. Get your tush out of my face, dog. Goofball. Yeah. My puppy just came and visited me. For those of you listening to the audio version of this, she came down and she needed some scritches and some scratches. Alright. So, Willie's Picnic. I was going to spell it wrong, but I'm going to do it the right way. And I don't know why I was intentionally spelling it wrong either. My brain's not firing on all cylinders, but maybe it's because I didn't get much sleep. I got the Rome rally on in the background. Just kind of watching it too. Simone Tempestini is currently on stage. All right. So Willie Nelson and family, Billy Strings, Wilco, Sheryl Crow, Lucas Nelson, Stephen Wilson Jr., Rodney Crowell, Margot Price, and Lily Mayola. Like, that's a pretty awesome lineup. Pulling up the lineup now, too, of the America 250. I started thinking, like, man, who would I have? Obviously, I've mentioned 2 metal bands that I would have. And I was like, man, it would just be so cool to have. If I could do a festival situation, I would do 2 a year. Because I would do just like a regular, I guess it would technically be 3. I would love to have 3. There was a festival that used to be done here in our St. Louis area called Floor Fest, and it was put on by the lead singer of Tear Out the Heart, and that looked like it was so much fun. I never did get to go because it was always on a weekend. I was busy, but I thought that one was so cool. So I would love to bring that back, which I think I've mentioned in a previous episode before. And obviously I've mentioned Tin Roof Fest. It'd be really, really cool to, like, basically build my venue. Because what I would need is a ton of space. Because it would have to, like, what I would love is for, like, the main stage to look like the logo, but like on a scale big enough to hold people. So it would look like the front porch of a cabin with a tin roof, which might be an issue acoustically. I don't know, because I'm not an acoustics guy. I am a promotion and like event guy, not so much the sound. Somebody else figures out the sound for me, I figure out the rest. But you know, I started thinking about where I would have taken the whole idea of a, concert celebration for America. I think you'd have to have somebody like Charlie Crockett, somebody like, because you got to think about every side of it. And I like Charlie, but you would also have to have somebody, not necessarily Beyonce, but somebody like Beyonce, because you would want all sides represented. And so that would be like if I was doing the America 250 thing. Now, if I was doing my own festival this weekend, I would try to get Hatebreed, Lamb of God, but I would also try to bring in some country like Co Wetzel and who else am I like really big on right now? That'd be really cool. Maybe somebody from the 90s, like Shenandoah or something like that. because that would be really cool. Billy Strings would be awesome. I like Billy Strings. He's a really good guitar player. Okay, America 250 star-studded lineup. Okay, I mean, they didn't do horrible. And it's kind of cool that they got Jim Gaffigan to be the host. So, Mary J. Blige. There's your like hip-hop influence. And even NEO. But you also have Brad Paisley. I thought that there were some other people, though. Is this not the same thing as what Vanilla Ice was a part of? Because I thought it was. I don't know. Some of the stuff got confusing, but part of the reason why I've been away, I also apologize for how slow the first couple of minutes were. I was trying to wake up and trying to explain myself. I'm still not fully awake, but we're getting there. But anyway, with why I've been away, because I know it's been a while. But part of the reason why is I'm super busy with a project and it's really needed my attention. That being said, I'm super glad to be back. I'm super glad that we're getting an episode in. There won't be a Monday episode. This is just the episode for right now. I'm hoping to get back regularly, though, because I really want to. But with where we're at in life, on top of trying to get what I am trying to accomplish with this big project done, it's going to be extremely difficult, like extremely difficult. So please enjoy the cooking videos. Please, it's not where I had expected this summer to be exactly. I knew it was going to be a busy summer. I knew, I was trying to do several different things to where I wouldn't skip a beat on the podcasts, but it just didn't work out that way. Slight bummer, but it is what it is. And hey, at least, I'm getting something out, because, but, something's better than nothing. But yeah, I apologize for the 3-month break, because that was not supposed to happen. Man, it's 4th of July. You got to talk barbecue. Oh man, I was so busy I didn't get a chance to. I'm gonna have to do that for next year. I want to put together this. Do this. This is your cookbook for. This is the go-to. This is the game plan. Make these things. Do these steps. I might do something like that for. I'm gonna do something like that for Labor Day. I think I'm gonna do that. It's wing month, so that's going to be a ton of fun. Hey, Roberto Dapper's won this stage. Cool. Nikolai Greisen did good. Teemu Sonninen, for a dude that's not, a big-time asphalt guy, tarmac guy, he's done pretty good. Let's see. Is this the overall? Yeah, this is the overall classification. Dapper's in second. Sunninen's in third, though. Greisen's in fourth. Didn't I see that a Rosell was there? Whether it was Johan or Leo. This is the first stage that I watched this morning, and it happens to be the live one. I do applaud, now that I'm seeing it, Nikolai Greisen is running a Hankook tire option, which is smart. Oh, Arthur Pellemore is up there. Johan's in. What happened to Johan? Because he's never. I mean, he's only 36 seconds behind, but on pavement, that might be difficult. But, yeah, I wanted to do a playbook thing. I'm going to try to do some of that. Wing month, got a few really cool wing recipes that I want to do for this month. Just because I like wings. So that'll be cool. Definitely a lot to look forward to, I feel. Estonia's this month. Finland's next month. For rallying. Hopefully, we'll hear about the WRC calendar at the beginning of September. That would be really, really cool. But talking current events, Monster Jam World Finals is going on right now. If you have not seen the video, it's a clip on Monster Jam's. I know it's at least on their Facebook. But if you haven't seen the video of Dalton Winder's freestyle run from Friday night, which we're going to look up something here in a second with the World Finals this year, because I don't understand how the World Finals is working this year. But he is the current freestyle leader. So he did an absolutely amazing run. I'm not a huge fan of the backflips. They're cool, but once you've seen one, you've almost seen them all. But the guys that can link combos and stuff together, that makes it pretty cool. I also think that there's just an unnecessary risk to a backflip. And I'm perfectly fine with risks, obviously, because rally, you're going flat out down gravel roads or tight, twisty, asphalt roads, whatever. It doesn't matter. That part doesn't really bother me. But what does bother me is, okay, whenever you're doing a backflip, you get to a point where, say it stalls there. And we saw this happen, unfortunately, with Chris Bergeron. And Chris wasn't even trying to do a backflip. This was several World Finals ago. This was, I think it was the same year that Son of a Digger debuted, because Son of a Digger ended up backflipping off the same thing that Chris hit. And when Chris hit it, it went up, stalled, and dropped down on the cage. And whenever it dropped, he got knocked out. And you could tell because his foot was still buried in the gas. And that's not okay. And Chris was just trying to pop up and then drop on top. And so that we're adding an unnecessary risk. And while it's strong steel and everything else, because it makes up the chassis and the roll cage and everything else, adding unnecessary blows to a roll cage whenever you land on top is not good, because one of these times you're going to stall here, you're going to come down, and that cage is going to come in. Obviously, they replace bars and everything else, but it's a lot of risk, and I don't want to see anybody get hurt. That being said, his freestyle run was amazing, because the clip that I saw, he did a backflip, it bounced, and he did a moonwalk, but his front wheels were kind of turned, and he did it all the way up over one of the racing lane tabletops. Whenever he popped down, he took off and got a nice little jump, and it ended up spinning him sideways a little bit onto the next obstacle, which was, I think, the next racing lane, on the racing lane on the other side. And whenever he did it, popped him, started to tip him sideways, and he slammed on the brakes, and he caught a perfect pivotal moment. And if there's one thing that I'm a huge nerd for, this will make me so excited every time I see it. It's whenever a wheelie goes from two wheels to one, where the truck walks and it goes to one wheel for a minute and you can ride it out for just a little bit. Oh, that so much excitement there for me for whatever reason. I just love it. And he pops it to one wheel and he just hammers the gas and rides that one wheel wheelie across the top of the tabletop, and it's just so awesome. And that's just the clip that they posted. Really strong freestyle run. Really, really strong. So, that being said, I'm running out of time faster than what I thought I would. Because I was man, 25 minutes is going to feel like forever. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm super happy to be doing this. But I thought it would be really cool to cut it off at 25 minutes. If I don't, then I don't. Because I actually wanted to add in a little bit of stuff at the beginning of the episode, kind of like how I did last year. So this may not be as special as last year. But there was a lot of things we needed to talk about to kind of get caught up, and I didn't realize it was going to be that way. So Monster Jam World. Also, I want to know what you all are cooking for 4th of July, and and even what your favorite wing flavors are. Okay. So 3-day race format, or 3-day format. So Thursday they did last chance qualifier, which I knew. They did racing qualifying, which I knew. Scored championships. So 2-wheel skills championship, high jump, which I knew. Which 2 independents won, which I was super excited about. The independents are like killing it, and this was the complaint back whenever I was working in the industry, whether it was for the promoter that I used to work for, whether it was while I was a promoter, and even before that, whenever I started as a crew guy, and this was one of the biggest complaints, was the independents were being cheated by Feld, and now this is the as level of a playing field as we've ever had, and it's great because Brandon Talachka he was driving Zombie, but his typical truck is Get Her Done 2, I believe. And he won 2-wheel skills. I didn't see what the move was. I saw Zach Garner's high jump, which was amazing, and he won racing. He's a racing world champion too, which was so awesome to see because I think he's the first ever independent racing champion. So that was amazing. And regardless, whenever an independent wins, it's amazing. And so right now we have an independent leading freestyle too, because Dalton Winder is leading freestyle, and Tristan England won racing last night. But we're going to get into that breakdown of like how that goes. So they did a freestyle motocross best trick championship. So Friday, racing competition. The fastest 14 trucks from qualifying compete in a traditional elimination bracket. Okay, the 14 trucks that did not advance or compete in the racing bracket take the floor for a high-scoring freestyle, or like for freestyle format. Today's supposed to be holiday encores and freestyle, or holiday encores and a double backflip, but there's a portion of the competition that's still happening today because the way it's worded is Dalton Winder is currently leading freestyle. What that means exactly, I don't fully know. And the way they said for Tristan England winning racing last night was he's your Friday night winner. So I was like, okay, are we doing 2 different shows? Are we doing a Friday night show and a Saturday night show? So it's just a little lost on me. But I'm not, like, I guess I'm more of a Fairweather fan for monster trucks now than what I used to be. I still love monster trucks. I mean, tailgater, repping the shirt right now. But it's different for me now. I whenever I saw Dalton's freestyle run, it did make me miss it, admittedly. Yeah, I definitely miss monster trucks to a point. I've been very blessed with how my life is to where I wouldn't want to change it, because what I've been able to do outside of that has been absolutely amazing. But we're getting ready to open things up with what we're doing with Tin Roof, which is part of the reason why what I'm working on when I'm not recording a podcast here lately is kind of a big deal. That being said, we have 30 seconds. So America is awesome. I think you know that because you're here. We didn't get into new music, really. There's a lot of new music I would love to cover. There is so many things that I wanted to talk with you guys about, but America is awesome. Thank you so much for coming by, checking this out. We will be back. We will be stronger. This is not exactly the 4th of July episode that I wanted, but I wanted to fire an episode out, and we got one out. So happy birthday, America. Y'all have a good one, and fire up the grill.